verse 65, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. If we are fearful now, it will get much worse. And not from invented terrorists. Verse 66 is Deuteronomy 28. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even, and at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning, for the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. The people down in Israel need to read it. It's in their Bible. This isn't New Testament. This is Old Testament. In fact, all of us need to read it and wake up. Israel is building a wall, isn't it? Massive wall to separate themselves from the Palestinians. But just like how in the past, you read the Bible, the walls were broken down. This one will be broken down again. The wall is supremely reinforced with blast-proof concrete and iron and steel. But if it is untempered, that is, if it is not of the eternal God, it will come down. You know, Ezekiel 13:10, it says, because they have seduced my people, saying peace, and there was no peace. And one built up a wall, and lo, others daubed it with untempered mortar. We should remember that winds can easily blow at 100 miles an hour, easily. 150, even 200 miles. It's nothing. That isn't. As far as wind speed goes, that's absolutely nothing. I've experienced wind at 130 miles an hour. You know what happens? The walls shake. They really do. The walls shake. The walls shake. And the sound on the roof is like a train running across the roof. And you see your casement, your steel casement windows doing this. And they explode out as well. And that's 130 miles an hour. Hurricanes reach up to 200. That's nothing. You know, it also mentions great hailstones. You know, they said these hailstones are going to be a talent in weight. A talent can be anything from 83 to 100 pounds. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine having some 300-400 mile an hour winds and some hailstones of 100 pounds coming down? I tell you, nothing survives. Nothing. Make it out of steel, make it out of titanium, make it out of what you like. Nothing will survive it. And that's Ezekiel 13:11. That's what it says there. Say unto them which daub it, talking about the wall with untempered mortar, that it shall fall. There shall be an overflowing shower, and yea, O great hailstones shall fall, and the stormy wind shall rend it. Lo, when the wall is fallen, shall it not be said unto you, where is the daubing wherewith ye have daubed it? They're saying, maybe you didn't put enough cement in between the joints. Nothing to do with that. God has declared it'll come down, it'll come down. And this business of hailstones of a talent, that's what Revelation says, you know. The hailstones of a talent weight. Man, hailstones of a quarter of an inch. You can't walk in it. People have had hailstones recently the size of golf balls. We've got some pictures on the website somewhere. And tennis balls. That's nothing. They mash up cars, you can go through the roof tiles and all the rest of it. But when you get something of 100 pounds coming down, whoosh, goes through your roof and through your concrete floor. And that's one. But think of a hailstorm. If you've ever been through a hailstorm, it's not one stone coming down, is it? comes down like rain. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, I will even rend it with a stormy wind in my fury, and there shall be an overflowing shower in my anger, and great hailstones in my fury to consume it. So will I break down the wall that ye have daubed with untempered mortar. It had nothing to do with God. That's why. It's not that he didn't put any mortar in it. Of course they put mortar in it. Actually, the wall down in Israel now, it looks perfectly smooth. They've done the best job they can do. But it had nothing to do with God. That's the point. That's why it's not tempered. And he shall bring it down to the ground, so that the foundation thereof shall be discovered. It's going to be flattened. And it shall fall, and ye shall be consumed in the midst thereof. To what end? Just to destroy the wall. And ye shall know that I am the Lord. That's the objective. And all our suffering that we are going to, all the defeat in battle, all the captivity, what is the goal? The goal is that, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Thus will I accomplish my wrath upon the wall, and upon them that have daubed it with untempered mortar, and will say unto you, the wall is no more, neither they that daubed it. So not only is the wall going down, but the people who built it as well, who ordered its construction. And the next verse, to wit, the prophets of Israel, which prophesy concerning Jerusalem, and which see visions of peace for her, and there is no peace, saith the Lord. Tony Blair needs to read this, the new peace envoy for the Middle East, one of the warmongers who started the war in Iraq. But he needs to read this. He's now converted to be a Catholic. Well, he needs to read this, because all his running around will not generate peace. That's what it's telling us there. You know why it won't generate peace? Because peace is a person. Peace is Christ. It says, He is our peace. Now we have a problem, haven't we? The Jews are antichrist. They disown Christ. So how could you ever have peace in the Middle East? You can't. It's as simple as that. You know, and the Israelites, yes, the English-speaking people will end up as slaves. Ezekiel 22:15, and I will scatter thee among the heathen, and disperse thee in the countries, and will consume thy filthiness out of thee. What is the purpose of scattering us? It is to consume the filthiness out of us. And